What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Triple C, aka Colin's Cologne Collection. So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about a top 5 spring fragrances for 2026. Spring is right around the corner. Some of you probably already enjoying spring. Where I'm at, it's starting to warm up. Snow's basically gone, but you never know. There might be some snow around the corner yet. With April coming, who knows? But it's definitely feeling like spring now. We're all getting the spring fever in my house. So let's talk about some spring fragrances. So, like I said, I got 5 plus an honorable mention here. So, first one, the honorable mention. This one you can get at Walmart for like $10, and you get 8.6 ounces. Now it is classified as a hair and body mist, so it doesn't have like the greatest performance on it as far as longevity and projection, but it's a nice, cheap spray it on and go kind of thing. So this is by a brand called Kinda, and basically they're like a clone company from what I gather, because they have like 3 or 4 different fragrances at Walmart, and then you can find other ones on Amazon. So this is supposed to be, as it says it right there, sorry about the glare, but it's kind of like Byredo Gypsy Water, which personally I haven't smelled that one. I feel like Byredo doesn't really get talked about a whole lot. I know they're a niche brand, but what I will say about this fragrance is that it smells very, very good, especially for the money. It smells good quality. Like I said, you get a huge bottle, 8.6 ounces, 255 milliliters. So as far as bang for your buck, it is really good, because you can just you want to keep this in your car or whatever, keep it in your desk at work, whatever, So basically, what this smells like, it has the notes on the back. It says it's a mystical forest scent with notes of fresh pine, lemon, sandalwood, amber, and vanilla. And most of those notes, if not all of them, translate over to Byredo Gypsy Water. And like I said, it's very, very nice. It's calming, gentle, easygoing, uplifting, I'd say. It's very, very, very nice. Primarily musky with that, woodiness and vanilla that's in there. You get a little bit of that pine and sandalwood and lemon that tickles your nose and wakes you up a little bit. But yeah, for $10, and you just want a clean, soapy, musky kind of scent to just go about your day with, this is very, very good. Very good. So, check it out if you want. I'm not affiliated or anything, but I just thought it was a great deal that I thought I'd share with you, because I don't think I've seen people talk about these. And, of course, they have a clone of Baccarat Rouge 540, which I thought was pretty good. They even have a Kilian, I think it's a Love Don't Be Shy, the women's perfume. They have a clone of that. That smells really good. Forget what other ones they have, but yeah, I think they have Tom Ford Lost Cherry. That's one. But yeah, check them out, because if you just want to have one or two in your arsenal for just spraying and going, I think this is a great bang for your buck. But I'm gonna stop talking about it, because I went on with it a little bit more than I wanted to, but hey, that's okay. So next up, we have a budget-friendly option. You can get this for like $20-$30. This is Hugo Boss Iced. So being that it's springtime, an icy fragrance, perfect. This, it's got lemon, orange, And then, of course, a little bit of this kind of like icy, minty feel to it that really awakens your senses. It's just like a zing, kind of whisks you in the face a little bit. And then dries down to like this woody kind of vetiver-y, not like a smoky vetiver, just very clean, stripped down, musky vetiver woodiness. But yeah, this is very, very nice. Like I said, very good bang for your buck here as well. You get this on Walmart for like $30. You can probably find it online for cheaper. This is a 75 ml. This is one of mine, like, you know, if you're just hanging out in the house, spring, summertime, you know, not necessarily going anywhere. Maybe you're having a couch potato day, or, you know, you're just cleaning your house, just hanging out, whatever. Spray it and forget it, right? If you just want to smell nice for yourself, for those around you, you know, just having a casual time. Speaking of which, yeah, wear this casually, going out with a friend, you know, around the grocery store, whatever, you know. And one of the things I think a lot of people don't talk about is like fragrances for when you're going on like a long drive and you have other people in the car. Obviously, you don't want to wear something that's going to be super projecting, because otherwise, you know, people are going to be rolling their windows down, asking you to stop every 10 minutes because your cologne's choking them out. This would be a great one for just, you know, going on a car ride and you just want to smell decent, you know. I feel like that's a topic that people don't really talk about a whole lot, now that I think about it. Next up, we have one by Hermes. This is kind of like a fly under the radar kind of fragrance. I don't really see it getting talked about. I've only ever heard, I think, maybe one or two people talk about it. You can get this for a fairly decent price, several different size bottles that it comes in. I just got the 50 ml, just middle of the ground. This is Un Jardin sur Lanil, kind of a weird name, but by Hermes. It's a very botanical smelling and looking fragrance. This has it's very good, very botanical. Like I said, this has mango, tomato, which you don't really see in a whole lot of fragrances. Again, giving it that kind of garden, botanical kind of feel. A little bit of orange. I think there's a water lotus in here, giving it kind of like that dewy, earthy kind of wet smell. Kind of like when it's raining outside almost. Gives you that kind of like refreshing kind of smell. And of course some musky greens on the dry down. But I'd say it's a fairly linear fragrance. It doesn't really change too much from opening to dry down. But yeah. Very botanical feeling, like literally you're walking through a garden. Like on the coast. Or even not even necessarily by the ocean, just by a lake. Like someone's got a garden right next to a body of water. So you get that kind of water refreshing smell from like a running stream. But then you smell the tomatoes in the garden, you smell the different fruits in the garden and everything, and the greens, and it's very, very, very enjoyable. Un Jardin sur Lanil by Hermes. Check it out. It's very, very nice. Very, very nice for spring. Definitely will remind you of that. Put an image in your head about spring when you smell that. Next up, we got kind of like a playful one for like the younger crowd. I mean, I'm young, but I enjoy scents all across the spectrum. You know, younger scents, middle-aged scents, older scents that you wouldn't think young people rock, but gotta give a playful one in there for the spring. A lot of you've probably seen this. This is Hawas Ice. You can't beat it. I mean, I thought about putting something else in the spot, but you can't beat this. You know, you get this for very cheap, and everyone's gonna love it when they smell it on you. You know, this one compared to the original Hawas, you get that uplifting mint, which again, like I said earlier, like a minty, icy smell, very uplifting in the springtime, summertime too. You know, but for me, I feel like most Hawasses are a little too sweet for the dead of summer. But this for like spring, early summer where it's not getting too hot yet, I feel like this really, really shines right there. Yeah, minty, plummy, a little bit of lemon, some cinnamon, woodiness. It's great. It's great. It's gonna get you attention, compliments, all that kind of shit. All the stuff you're looking for, you're gonna find in this fragrance. The only thing, like I said, like if you're a younger guy, perfect for you. If you're if you're an older gentleman, middle aged and up, probably not gonna rock with this. I can tell you with certainty. Once I'm in that age gap, stuff like this probably gonna be few and far between in my collection at that point in time. But for now, we're gonna enjoy it. That's Hawas Ice. So, and we got something that's great for like you work in like close quarters, or you even just want something that's, like I said, a little bit more bolder, not so playful, Not necessarily a daring fragrance, but like I said, a little bit more bolder, a little bit more rounded on the edges, not so screechy. This is Acqua di Gio Parfum. This one, for those of you that don't know, smells a lot like the discontinued Profumo. I have smelled that one. If I go back in time, I would have bought a bottle when it was still around. I know at one point, even after it was discontinued, I could have bought a 200 ml bottle, but I didn't. I wish I would have, but that's okay, because this gets the DNA, I'd probably say at least 90-95% close. The only thing that's really missing is a more punchy incense, and maybe the aquaticness is turned down slightly from how Profumo was. The aquatic is a little bit toned down, and then the incense is toned way down, and it's more of a green fragrance. But like I said, very, very close though. You get a big burst of fruity bergamot, that aquatic note that Acqua di Gio is known for. Greens coming from like sage, and I think thyme is in here if I'm not mistaken. And then of course like a little bit of an incense woodiness holding it all together at its core. But it's Acqua di Gio Profumo. If you're looking for something that's gonna be more buttoned up but not too like daring or out there, it's perfect for you. Acqua di Gio Parfum. So that brings us to our last one. This one I always look forward to wearing come springtime. This is one of my more favorite purchases that I've ever done when it comes to cologne. This was my first Creed fragrance. We have Silver Mountain Water. I love this stuff. Absolutely love it. This is one of those more daring, older smelling things. Some could say it smells like an older woman. Fair enough. But to me, it just smells like class. Like, you get that bright, inky, blackcurrant at its core. You're getting the tea that's in here, giving it that refreshing feel. You're getting, the citrus pop in the beginning. And then you got that musk holding it all together. It's so good. So good. Sample it. Obviously, don't blind buy something like this. I sampled this long before I ever bought it and went back and forth on whether or not I was going to buy it, and I finally said, yes, I need it. And I'm very happy this is my first Creed because it's so good. Like, if someone came to me tomorrow and said, hey, you got to get rid of, you know, every fragrance in your collection but like 5 or even 3, this would definitely be staying because it's that special to me. Every time I smell this, I just get the memories of when I first unboxed it and, you know, was wearing it out in the world and everything. And that was spring and summertime. So you can definitely wear this other times, but spring, summer, that's when this shines. And yeah, I love that Creed now has the metal caps back instead of plastic caps. It's so nice. But yeah, this is your niche pick for spring from me. Holds a special place in my heart. Very, very nice. If you like this and you have someone else smell it and they tell you, oh, it smells like an old person, don't listen to them. Where would you like? I mean, seriously, where would you like? I mean, even my girlfriend, there's stuff that I like to wear that she's like, oh, I'm like, I don't care. Wear what you like. At the end of the day, she doesn't care either. She wants me to wear what I like. She's just going to have her opinion. And that's with everybody, right? We all have opinions. But for me, this is a banger for springtime. This is the awakening, as I like to call it. The transition from winter into spring and then summer. This is perfect. So that's it. Thank you for joining me here today, talking about spring fragrances. Yeah, what's some fragrances that you guys are going to be wearing this spring? Anything, you know, out the ordinary that maybe people don't know about? Any hidden gems that you got? Any suggestions like that to check out? Let me hear them. Yeah. Hope you all have a great spring. Enjoy the rest of your day, rest of your month, rest of your week, rest of the year. This has been Colin from Triple C Fragrances, Triple C Scents, Colin's Cologne Collection, whatever you want to call it. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for hanging with me. Bye-bye.